Bringing up bad memories. Baby, I'm too good for the bad vibe.
And going through their pregame warm-ups, trying to get loose and focused here before tip. Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Berry, our distinguished analyst, Allie LaForce on the sidelines. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Jose Alvarado.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
A look at the Pistons starting group. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. And it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for New Orleans, Murray and McCollum make up the talented backcourt. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. And it's Messi in at the center position. What's not to love about opening day, Grant? Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go, even with the defense not really a factor.
Now here's Cunningham. Tipped away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. Here's Cunningham. Long range from the inbound. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
I like this attitude on this possession from Cade. Just really confident getting into that J.
There's McCollum with the 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. McCollum against Ivy. And the shot goes down.
Oh, one of the better attackers of the rim. Ivy will not be stopped.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's a 5-point game. Williamson looking around. Back to McCollum. Over Ivy. And again, New Orleans no good. Here's the Pistons with the ball. Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
B.A., I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
Here's Duren. Goes up from the block. And Detroit again with the bucket.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to visit with Willie Green.
I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they are 5 of 5, and the D has to be concerned.
Harris against Williamson with the teardrop. No good on the layup. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 6-point lead. Oh, wasted no time on that one. Cunningham's got 6.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
For 3, McCollum. Duren with a rebound. The Pistons have got all 6 shots to fall in the first. Nails it from beyond the arc. He's got 5.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Murray against Cunningham. Shot to stop the run. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Murray not too bad at creating his own offense off the dribble.
Pass to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Duren's future in this league.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. McCollum with it. Still without a bucket. Over Ivy. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
Such a good player on the in-between game, weaving behind bodies to find some space. And CJ cashes in.
You know, Brent, CJ McCollum is just a natural leader, a classic connector.
CJ has been amazing since day one coming into the NBA. I have no doubt that CJ, after his playing career is over with, is going to spend a lot of time either in the front office or in the league office, the way he presents himself and promotes the game. Class act. This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
And he makes it on the layup.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
McCollum outside. Off target from outside.
How many shots has he missed this quarter? Might be time to find offense elsewhere.
Thompson passes to Duren. Lays it up and banks it in. Duren's got 6.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pelicans trail by 15. There's McCollum with the 3. And Ivy pulls it down.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills. Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Outside Murray. Got a hand on it.
Great to now. Cunningham using every inch of that reach.
And here's Thompson for 3. Rebounded by New Orleans.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
There's Cunningham with a 3. No good. 3 for 4 in the game now. Murray inside, covered by Duren. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
It's his first trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots. Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he hits both. 8 seconds left in the opening quarter. Hardaway from outside. Fires in the triple.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
And so it's Detroit, up 15 points as this quarter concludes. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. We'll be right back. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Pistons here, guys.
Was simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
The Pistons lead by 15. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second. Simone Fontecchio out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Hardaway in at the 3. The 3 is up. Hardaway grabs the board. Detroit has gone 7 of 9 from three-point range so far. Down low. Here's Fontecchio. Again, the Pistons score.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Pelicans trail by 20. Outside Jones. Here's the pick. Fires from deep. Schroeder with a rebound.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Alvarado. Chalk up 2 there. Alvarado's got his first 2 points.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's Schroeder. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, don't want to body him up. He's just too fast as Schroeder's able to get it done.
Alvarado, the pass to Olynyk. Three-pointer. Nails it from 3.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Out to the right wing. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep. Fontecchio's got 5 points now in the quarter.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Pelicans are still developing their on-court chemistry. Coach Willie Green said this group is still pretty young in terms of being on the floor together. We're starting to figure it out. We just have to stay committed and continue to be elite on both ends of the floor, and it starts with our defense. B.A.?
They've really got something, Allie. Thanks.
Well, Stewart in the pick and roll is going to give you 2 things you like. One is a physical screen, and then second, a quick roller into position.
Stolen by Schroeder. And they're on the break. Out to Beasley. Hardaway from outside. The Pelicans pull it in. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
Yeah, last time against this team, they couldn't stay out of foul trouble, and that really hampered them.
Yeah, they had a few important guys sitting there on the bench at a time when they really could have used them on the floor. They have to play much more in control here tonight.
Well, Grant, with all the parity and competition in the league today, there's still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Holland, he's checked in for the Pistons. Ivy comes in for Schroeder. The Pelicans have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Here's McCollum. The rebound by Stewart.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Pass to Hardaway. Takes the 3. And Detroit another 3.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Will it go? Blocked! Here's Holland. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, their length and anticipation reflected in their shot blocking totals, making the extra effort to close things out.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
Beasley, the pass to Ivy, and it's rejected. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Jones, he's checked in for New Orleans. There's Cunningham with a 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
And Brent, 2 of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Asar and Amin Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And Asar came in a little less heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball.
Here's Thompson, and that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And that play sets up Thompson well, and he does not hesitate to finish the job.
Right side Murray. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Murray against Cunningham. Out to McCollum. Jacks up at 3. Duran with a rebound.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
A nice shot by Ivy.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
New Orleans has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Murray scanning the floor. Blocked! And they recover it. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Pistons on top, running away with this one. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Let's first take a gander at the rest of the NBA schedule for the night and what's in store. The Nuggets will face off against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. It's going to tip off at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's one to watch, kind of a heavyweight matchup.
That's my favorite.
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well for the Detroit Pistons.
They've been in fuego from downtown, finding space and letting it go, showing no signs of letting up, guys.
As a three-point shooter yourself, Chet, this has to bring you back.
Oh my gosh, those were the good old days.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You know, DeJounte Murray has been exceptional here, guys.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Detroit with the ball. Filling out the wings, it's McCollum and Jones. Then there's Zion Williamson. Then it's Murray. And it's Messi in at the center position. That's the group for Willie Green getting going here in the second half. Well, New Orleans shooting only 40% from the floor in this game. Well, Brent, after ups and downs, it seemed like New Orleans is really trending in the right direction.
Their path has not always been easy. It's a bit indicative of the city itself. It's a resilient place with resilient people that take a lot of pride in the comeback. So this team has had personnel changes, coaching changes, injuries, but the Pelicans have certainly become a team in the past couple seasons where the future is much brighter than its past.
The first free throw is good. Brent, Herb Jones looks like he might be the next elite perimeter defender.
Well, he's been amazing in the early part of his career. He closes out his space so well on people, in control and balanced, able to catch guys' first move. He is asked to guard the primary offensive wing on a nightly basis, and Herb Jones is up to the challenge. you scan around the league to look at young guys who might be pillars of teams moving forward, Herb Jones could be one of those guys.
Here's Murray. Shot's no good. 7 for 13 now in this game. Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Cunningham. Cash money on the open jump shot. Cunningham's got 16 points now.
And Cade doing a great job of figuring out how it is that he's going to stay this efficient.
Cunningham against Murray. Williamson outside. Pass to Jones. Off the mark there with a 3. The Pistons have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Thompson attacking. And he banks in the layup. He has 6.
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Back to McCollum. Murray for 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from McCollum. Murray's got 22 points.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Oh, there's the alley. And the dunk by Duren.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
And so Murray will bring it up for New Orleans. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allie. Outside Jones. And the layup is good off the glass.
The paint, that's where Jones likes to live, and that's where he's comfortable, and he can use that length to his advantage.
Pass to Duren. On the wing, Ivy. 4-3. Williams grabs the board. New Orleans is gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. There's McCollum with the 3. Rebound Detroit.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Free throw good. Ivy. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's part of it, B.A. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years, and that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves, and by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
And how can you not be excited about Ivy's potential? You can tell he wants to keep getting better.
There's the block.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range. That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And Williamson gets it to go.
Inside, Zion just a monster. He can go over or through opposition.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Some room here for Schroeder. Jones grabs the board.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
To the inside, Nisi, and so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Duren. Well, Brent, the Pels bowing out to the Thunder in the first round last season. Not a bad showing, though.
Yeah, no shame in that. You lose to the #1 seed in the Western Conference. They have a great collection of young players and just need to spend more time together to try to take that next step. One change could take them from a playing game to home court advantage this season.
First one falls for him. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
And that's good as he hits both shots. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently, they have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Alvarado, left side. Olynyk up top. McCollum against Beasley. That one goes. Count it. McCollum's got 7 points.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finish. It's just how shifty he is.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Detroit shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Tim Hardaway Jr. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one's good from Hardaway.
And with Hardaway, he has no fear on the court. To him, there's no defender he can't take on, no shot he can't make.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 9 in the 3rd quarter. McCollum outside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Big slam by Murphy. His teammates encourage him to be aggressive, to make plays like that.
And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. It's Beasley on the wing. That one falls, coming off Schroeder's feed. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Here's Alvarado. Tipped.
Well, these blocks by Schroeder has got to get his teammates going. They're more rare than they are commonplace, but Schroeder getting in there with good hands.
3-pointer Stewart. And Detroit another 3.
They're kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest 3-pointer you can imagine.
Here's Alvarado. It's tipped.
But Stewart hustling over. He saw that shot coming, and he was there for the taking.
Holland gets the bucket.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. And the Pelicans miss again.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league. And so it's the Detroit Pistons, way out of reach with an enormous lead as we head into a break. Defense is setting the tone. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes, and what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. They've got Marcus Sasser. Paul Reed is out there with Simone Fontecchio. And it's Klintman in at the 4-man position.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Count that one, Reed.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And for the Pelicans, they're shooting 40% from the field in this one. Beyond the arc, knocks it down from distance.
And the answer from Murphy, no surprise. He shot 40% for a season from 3. You want Trey from Trey.
To the paint. Here's Waters. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Showing some strength on that bucket. Murphy getting better at fending off contact.
Inside, here's Clinton, and he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Come on now, guys. That's flat out insane.
Hey, when's the last time you saw a jam like that? Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Pelicans have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Well, Brent, we've seen Trey Murphy grow into a prototypical 3-and-D wing.
Well, what's been most impressive, BA, is you thought it was just his shooting. That's been better than advertised. He's also starting to show you he can rebound, run the floor, and defend a little bit. So the package is a little bit bigger than it was once thought of with Trey Murphy coming out of the NBA draft.
And he makes a first. As we know, Brent, experiencing some team drama is not an uncommon experience in the NBA.
Man, BA, as years went on and playing 7, 8, 9 seasons in the league, you almost started to invite some of that drama into the locker room. It's really a character builder, and it shows you that you care about what it is that you're doing. So the drama are always great lessons for how strong your team is going to be. You know, Murphy at his size, 6'8", playing that wing position, such impressive versatility from him, especially when you consider how great a shooter he's becoming.
Alvarado with a steal. Out on his own on the break. Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
Yeah, looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
Here's Sasser. Counted from distance. Sasser's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Now here's Alvarado. Sasser with a rebound.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
18 feet out. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. The Pelicans have gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Unloads from 13. Williamson misses. The Pistons have gotten off to a perfect 5 for 5 so far in the fourth. A nice shot by Fontecchio.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in.
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for the Pistons. And Detroit again with the bucket.
I really don't think there's any way to slow them down. They have the defense scrambling out there.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Here's Cunningham. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
I love Cade just ripping through right there, getting his strides down and all the way to the rim.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Cunningham against Murray. Misses the three. And here's Detroit. They're on a 12-4 run. There's Cunningham with a three. Cunningham can't get that one to fall. The Pelicans have gone 6 for 9 here in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes.
Now McCollum. Pass to Jones. This one for three. The rebound by Detroit. Duran's got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's Cunningham with a 3, and that one goes. Now 10 for 13 on the night.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Murray, no good.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Pistons.
The assist.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they didn't deviate from their game plan against this team. It's what helped them win their first 2 games against them. Add another one to the win tally for them.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Cade Cunningham.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Pass to Misi. Now here's Williamson for 3. McCollum's shot is off.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Here's Cunningham. And again, it's Detroit converting.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Misi, yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
And those assist numbers for Murray keep going up because he can score.
Cunningham against Murray. Ooh, stolen by Murray. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Tobias, congratulations on the win. Do you sense this team is building good chemistry?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is us continuing to find our identity. And what we are learning is we're a great team once we get stops. And once we're able to run, get out of transition, we just continue to find each other's similarities and our personalities as we play together.
Guys, as the year goes on, they continue to get closer.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Baring, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.